about to talk about naked glamour. Yes, we are. Welcome back to Get Connected. I'm your host, Con Jackson. Lingerie has had a long history in our society, and we're going to talk to a world-renowned expert when it comes to style and fashion, and it's great to welcome her. Welcome to Get Connected.
Hi, nice. Thank you for having me.
So, Annabel, how did you get your passion for fashion?
Well, I always loved fashion growing up. I used to look through the pages of my mother's magazines, and I said, that's what I want to do. So I think it's a lesson that you can't fight it. You know, you just hear the music and you have to sing along.
Well, one of the things I've come to learn is to become an expert, you have to know the history. And I understand our topic today is lingerie.
Well, yes, I think it's something that most women, you know, sort of don't really think about that much. They'd rather run out and buy a new pair of shoes than something that they don't think anyone's going to see. But it's really incredibly important, both for the way your clothes fit and look, but also it's fascinating the way that sort of major milestones are mirrored by changes and evolution in women's lingerie.
So, Annabel, what have we seen? My understanding is you're taking us back a century.
Yes, I'm afraid so. If you look at the 19th century and before, women used to wear corsets, which we have a picture, and look how uncomfortable that looks. There's certainly no dessert in that corset. And they would actually rearrange women's internal organs, and their bodies would end up being different shapes. And at the same time, you know, women didn't have the vote, they couldn't earn a living, so they're caged literally and figuratively. And then you fast forward to the 20th century, and you see a lot in films, you see a lot of slips, like think of Elizabeth Taylor in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, which was 1958. And the reason for this is there were censorship laws. The Hays Code, which was introduced in 1938, limited the amount of nudity you could actually see in films. And then, of course, you have the 50s, which is all about the bra. You have the bullet bra, the sweater girl, and the pin-up. And you sort of get all these Hollywood starlets who would have their measurements listed after their names. And this is what was going on underneath those sweaters. And then you have the 90s and this iconic image, which was shot by David Sims, featuring Kate Moss for Calvin Klein underwear. And you have the start of all this much more sort of androgynous, sporty, sort of modern-looking underwear.
Well, Annabel, now that we know the history, where are we now?
Where does that leave all of us? Well, I think what women want today is they want all the technology and the fit and the progressiveness that we can afford, but yet we also want the glamour of yesterday, the glamour of some of those images from the 50s and earlier on this century. So actually, I was on a shoot last week and I used 3 of this new underwear range called Naked Glamour, which is from Calvin Klein underwear, underneath 3 of the outfits. And this first one here is the Add a Cup Size Plus, which will add 1.5 cup sizes. And it's a smooth molded cup, as you can see, so it would be great under a t-shirt. It's got a little bit of picot edging, which actually won't show at all. It's very smooth. And that's a real sort of power bra. And the second one we did was this carefree look. It was this confident, kind of this like 70s spirited girl. You know, she loves like denim and she loves sort of rock and roll, and she'd wear this with maybe a tank top and jeans or a button down, something very free spirited and confident. And then the last one is the sexy bra, which is this lace plunge, which I put underneath this tuxedo pantsuit, which is very sort of, you know, like late 70s, sort of man-eater, red lipstick, high heels. But you could also wear it under an evening dress. The straps do move around, so it can be worn in a number of different ways. So those are 3 different options from all the available ones out there, 3 different looks to make you feel sexy, powerful, and confident.
What is it about this line that has you most impressed?
I personally love a bit of glamour every day because it's that sort of bit of enchantment that we all create for ourselves. You know, it's the lens through which we see ourselves and through which we see the world. So anything that can give us that kind of everyday glamour and confidence, I really love. Yet with all the technology and the state-of-the-art fabrics and all the sort of details on it.
Annabel, thanks for the great insights today. And given your tremendous success that you've had in the industry, what advice would you give to anyone else pursuing their dreams?
I would just say go for it, and also you make all your own luck. Whatever you want, go out there and ask for it and work as hard as you can. You have to love it.
Annabel, great advice. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for the history lesson.
Thank you so much for having me, Khan.
Here on Get Connected, you never know what we're going to talk about, but we got a little history lesson, and Annabel was great. Now, when we come back, we've got a big surprise for you right here on Get Connected.